The operation begins near the tree lines in the Kremlin direction, as a Ukrainian FPV drone suddenly descends toward a concealed Russian SAL electronic warfare system, hidden beneath camouflage near defensive positions. The drone closes distance at high speed and neutralizes the anti-drone equipment directly, clearing the area for the next stage of the operation and exposing the nearby bunker network to continued aerial pressure. Almost immediately, another Ukrainian drone moves toward a nearby bunker and enters through the exposed opening. Seconds later, smoke and flames begin rising from inside the position. As the dust slowly clears, two Russian soldiers emerge from the shelter and begin running across the damaged ground in visible panic. One of them stumbles during the escape, but both continue moving towards secondary defensive positions nearby. One soldier disappears into a bunker concealed beneath heavy tarp covering, while the other drops into a trench line and hides inside a lower dugout. Moments later, another Ukrainian drone descends directly into the tarp-covered shelter, engaging the entrance shortly after the soldier disappears inside. The surveillance drone maintains overwatch on both damaged positions, waiting to determine whether movement continues below ground. Nearby troops begin reacting to the growing pressure overhead. Believing their own shelter is no longer secure, several Russian soldiers suddenly emerge and run toward another defensive position deeper along the trench system. At nearly the same moment, two soldiers positioned above ground receive warning from nearby troops and rush into a separate bunker for protection. Within seconds, another Ukrainian drone follows them directly into the entrance. Shortly afterward, an additional FPV drone descends into the trench dugout that had remained active moments earlier, completing the coordinated sequence of engagements against the interconnected shelter network. This scene was recorded some time ago in an exposed area near Pikrosoft where strips of green grass cut through patches of burned and dried vegetation across the open field. During a routine surveillance mission, a Ukrainian reconnaissance drone detected a Russian soldier moving slowly between positions. His pace appeared cautious but calm, suggesting he had not yet recognized any immediate danger overhead. At one point, the soldier stopped in the middle of the field and bent down to clean mud and debris from the bottom of his boot. From above, the drone operator continued monitoring every movement and quietly relayed the coordinates to a nearby FPV unit. While the soldier remained distracted beside the scorched grass, a second Ukrainian drone was guided silently into the area. The approach was measured and carefully timed. Only in the final seconds did the aircraft rapidly close the remaining distance across the open ground. The following scene unfolds in the Pukrast direction, where a Ukrainian reconnaissance drone detects a Russian soldier, moving alone across exposed terrain without any visible support nearby. For several moments, the soldier appears uncertain, repeatedly slowing down as if deciding where to go next. Eventually, he changes direction and heads toward a nearby forest edge before slipping into a dense bush, likely hoping to remain concealed from aerial observation. The movement is quickly reported and a nearby Ukrainian drone unit is redirected to the area. Moments later, the concealed position is identified. With the location confirmed inside the brush, the drone immediately shifts from observation to active engagement beneath the forest cover. The next situation unfolded at night near the Zaporizhia direction, where a Ukrainian payload-dropping drone conducting thermal surveillance detected a group of 5 Russian soldiers hiding inside a shallow trench system and along the outer trench edge. After confirming heat signatures, the drone repositioned directly above the area and maintained altitude while operators studied wind conditions and adjusted release parameters for the operation. The drone remained high enough that the soldiers below never appeared to notice the aircraft overhead. None of them attempted to relocate or leave the exposed trench line. Moments later, the first munition was released into the center of the shallow position below. Following the initial release, the drone shifted toward a soldier hiding near the trench edge and released a second munition beside the isolated position. As smoke spread across the trench network, the drone circled back once more and released another munition toward the remaining soldiers still sheltering inside the narrow defensive line. The footage was recorded months before its release along a remote dirt road far from the heaviest fighting zones. A Ukrainian reconnaissance drone tracked a lone Russian soldier moving slowly across the isolated route, likely exhausted from extended movement. After leaving the road, the soldier stopped beside a tree to rest, believing the area was temporarily safe. From above, drone operators confirmed he was alone and quietly guided another FPV drone toward the new position from behind. The approach remained undetected until the final seconds when the drone suddenly accelerated toward the resting position beside the roadside tree. Operators from the Fathom drone team of Ukraine's 60th Mechanized Brigade carried out a series of counter-drone operations along critical supply and movement routes in the Donetsk direction. According to released footage, Russian FPV drones had been positioned in concealed roadside ambush locations, likely intended to engage vehicles and troop movement passing through the area. Using reconnaissance support and aerial observation, Ukrainian drone crews began locating the hidden FPV systems one by one. After confirming the positions, bombing drones moved above the roadside locations and released munitions directly onto the concealed aircraft. Several impacts triggered secondary detonations as the hidden FPV drones were destroyed beneath camouflage and debris scattered along the routes. Two Russian soldiers jump into a small body of water after detecting a Ukrainian drone flying nearby, hoping the water and low profile will help them avoid aerial observation. For several moments, they remain partially submerged and motionless near the edge of the shoreline. The attempt, however, fails to break visual tracking. From above, the drone continues monitoring their position, confirms the location, and rapidly transitions from surveillance to engagement as it descends toward the water. Near the chassis yard direction, a Ukrainian drone detects a group of 3 Russian soldiers hiding beneath a damaged bridge. Using the concrete structure as cover from aerial observation, the drone immediately redirects and begins a fast approach toward the position. As the soldiers notice the aircraft descending toward them, panic spreads through the group. They rush around one of the bridge supports, attempting to use the large concrete pillar as protection while changing direction repeatedly. The effort proves ineffective. From above, the drone maintains visual tracking, closes the remaining distance, and completes the engagement beneath the damaged bridge structure. According to released footage, Ukraine's 411th Drone Regiment known as Jastrobor Hawks conducted large-scale drone operations in the Juli-Pali direction, deploying more than 50 drones within a single day to track and engage Russian infantry, motorcycles, and hostile drones operating across contested sectors. The operation relied on continuous aerial surveillance combined with rapid observation coordination, allowing Ukrainian drone teams to maintain pressure across multiple targets at once. The footage demonstrates how quickly movement becomes exposed once aerial tracking is established. In several sequences, Russian soldiers attempt to escape using motorcycles after detection, rapidly crossing dirt roads and open terrain in an effort to break contact. Yet limited countermeasures and the absence of effective aerial protection leave few reliable escape options once drones begin pursuit from above. The operation also highlights the growing precision of drone control in both open ground and damaged road networks. Operators maintain stable flight paths while avoiding obstacles, adjusting altitude, and continuously tracking individual targets even during high-speed movement. Rather than relying only on direct action, the drones apply constant observation and positional pressure to reduce mobility over time. Across the Juli-Pali sector, the footage reflects a broader battlefield reality where persistent drone presence limits movement, weakens concealment, and forces infantry to operate under near-continuous aerial surveillance without reliable electronic protection or coordinated air defense support.